And a new report from Sports Business Journal suggests that Cleveland is likely to get a WNBA team in time for the 2028 season. It comes after the city's record $250 million bid to get a team into the league. The last time Cleveland had a WNBA team was over 20 years ago with the Cleveland Rockers. Cleveland is one of 13 cities that launched a bid to get this new expansion team. On the heels of that, a new sports bar is coming to Cleveland. This one's a little bit different. We can actually watch all of those games.
Wow, suddenly here we are.
What would you like, Bets?
That just caught my eye. I was like, wow, all right, here we are at the bar. Well, if you want to go to the W Sports Bar, it is set to open this spring on Detroit Avenue. Its focus is on women's sports, but of course, they will carry all the big games, whether it's men's or women's. Our Stephanie Haney gives us a preview.
I think we maybe manifested it, so you're welcome, Cleveland.
With reports saying Cleveland will be the newest city to have a WNBA franchise.
You might have even womanifested it.
Yes, exactly.
The timing couldn't be better for the W Sports Bar.
If you look at our teaser, so we knew we were announcing our location today, and the video is Cassy bouncing a WNBA ball, and then everyone was like, oh my God, they must have been teasing this up, and it's like, we really didn't know.
Co-owners Shelley Pippen, Cassy Kopp, and Ally Eclarin did know they were paying homage to Cleveland's flagship women's pro basketball team, the Rockers, who held court in the land from 1997 to 2003 when they chose Gordon Square for their female-focused sports bar.
The logo and the whole colors were very much inspired by the Cleveland Rockers. We wanted it to feel very current nostalgia, to borrow Dua Lipa's future nostalgia.
For these ladies, opening the W Sports Bar is about creating the kind of space they've always wanted to hang out in.
I played sports my whole life, so for me, just the ability to play sports and the lessons that you learn and the relationships that you form are invaluable. So to be able to provide spaces and places where people can then kind of continue the camaraderie that comes with sports is an amazing thing too.
Being someone who's very much a champion for equality and equity, I've always wanted to have spaces where people can root for women's sports or also just be a woman who likes sports. I've always been that friend that was like, hey, this is cool that you liked insert men's sport or insert game here, but there's also this really cool game going on, the college game or WNBA or NWSL. So that's always kind of been who I am, and I've just loved it since I can remember.
The W Sports Bar isn't just for women who love women's sports. It's also for women who love men's sports and men who love both.
I think it's, 43% of the women's sports fan base is men. So this isn't a place that's meant to be exclusionary in any way. It's a place to celebrate sports of all kinds and women's sports, because it hasn't been, having a light shined on it in our hospitality industry in the way that men's sports have been.
It's a sports bar for everyone who has always loved sports bars, but don't expect the same experience you're used to.
It's going to be a totally different experience.
We heard from folks they don't want to sit over their plate with a fork and knife because the action's on the TV. So, just thinking through how do we deliver on that.
I think a lot of people are very anxious to see these doors open. What can you tell me about when we might be able to come in here to the W Sports Bar?
So the golden rule with any restaurant or bar is to never say when, because we all know things can come up that you're not anticipating. But the great thing is that we have a lot of work already done here. The space is already pretty far along. So we're hoping, knock on wood, for spring of this year.
This is Stephanie Haney reporting on what looks like a real slam dunk for 3 News.